Another thing that's kind of unique is wood knobs are standard on the BN series. A lot of builders, they use a cheaper knob there, and if you want wood knobs, you pay more. And with the FBasses, they're included. I think kind of the secret weapon for FBass, though, and George has alluded to this as well, are the strings. The strings are made by Labella, and they're custom made for FBass. They're not the same strings that what you would get in any other Labella set. So they're made exactly to George's specs, and they're an exposed core string. Now, that's pretty important. And exposed core strings, and sadly, the camera probably won't pick this up, and I'll try to get some still pictures and add it to the website later. But if you can see it, it's actually not that bad. This short section of string here is it's just the bare wire of the string. When we have bass strings, we've got this core string, and then we wind stringing over the outside of it for tone. Well, with these exposed core strings, and you really notice on the low B and low E, instead of having this big fat mass of string that's trying to break over that saddle, you've got just this thin wire. And with that thin wire, you get a nice break over there, and it really helps to clean up the fundamental, makes it a lot clarity, gives a lot of clarity. It provides a little bit looser feel. The string doesn't feel so stiff when you're playing it. And that's kind of a secret. I use these strings on all my basses pretty much. I love them. Once you get used to them and the sound of them, they're hard to get away from. Also, because of that setup, you can set the action lower with an FBass and with these strings than you probably could with any other string. And as I have alluded in other videos, I like my action set up really, really low. For me, it makes the bass a lot easier to play, allows me to do things that otherwise I really have a difficult time doing, especially if I'm trying to do a quick down and up slap like a Victor Wooten style double thumb. With low action, that's a lot simpler for me. So I really like it. Plus, I'm lazy. I know looking at me, it looks like I'm in perfect physical shape, but believe it, I actually am a little bit lazy. And I don't like to work any harder than I have to. So if I can play with a light touch and get the sound that I want, then all the better, right? So that's that. Another question that I had, and I think this may close out our video for right now, is a few people have asked, well, what's the tonal differences between the new VF series, the more vintage style series, and the BN series? And I think the easiest way to explain it is the primary difference between the two is that the BN series have humbucking pickups, so they're soap bar humbucking pickups, and the BN series has a 34.5-inch scale. The VF series have true single coil pickups and a 34-inch scale. So with the preamp here, this knob here, which on all of the FBass preamps, we've got neck volume, bridge volume, tone, passive tone, and then we have bass boost, mid boost, and treble boost. This will turn your active EQ on and off, so down is on and up is off. And then this splits between hum canceling and single coil mode. So, so with the BN series, we can elect to use single coil pickups essentially, or hum canceling pickups. So, and the BN series tends to have just a little bit more modern aesthetic and a little bit more modern tone that you get out of those soap bar hum canceling pickups. I'd like to tell people that the BN series does a very good job of approximating a good jazz bass sound. For most of us, it's definitely good enough sound. If we don't need the sound of a jazz bass all the time, we just need it occasionally, the BN series does it. If you need the sound of a great jazz bass, you need to get a VF5 or VF series. That definitely nails a super jazz bass for sure. So, but there's some info on the FBass BN series basses. Pretty much everything I told you applies to the BN5s and BN6s. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll try to record some sound clips over the next few days with the BN series so you can kind of A-B and hear the difference. I'll probably record some of the same licks that I recorded with the VF so you can hear them side by side. And also because I don't really know any other licks, so until I learn some more, I'm going to have to reuse those. So speaking of that, send me some ideas for licks, okay? I could use them. So anyways, there you go. FBass, BN5. Awesome basses. Check it out. And I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. You can catch me at Donovan at FretSpot.com. Donovan's Donovan. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.